Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey y'all, it's LIB Media, light in the bottle. It's your boy Cheese, and with Cheese, you got your boy Rick. Hey, what's going on, family?
Ain't not much, man. What's going on?
Hey man, a lot going on. Hey, NIL getting kind of sticky, boy. Getting real sticky real quick. So
Yep.
this is what the judges and this is what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted some regulation. Did like
Yeah.
we all do? They said we can't stop NIL happening. We just need some regulation. Somebody need to regulate this thing, either through the NCAA or through the courts. But somebody need to regulate this thing because now you got players suing coaches and universities over
Right.
failed NIL deals. So then you got back then it was 4-star quarterback Jaden Rashada. He was
Yeah.
from California. He originally had signed, well, he gave us verbal commitment to Miami, and then he had like a
Mhm.
$9.5 million deal with Miami. But then Florida was like, "Oh, hold on, big gun. We got 13.85. What are you trying to do?" So the man was like, "I'd I flip, and I'm going to Florida."
Right.
So during his recruitment process, it was supposed to be 500. It was supposed to be 500,000 up front for the verbal. Then when he had signed, he was going to get a signing bonus. And then when he got to the school, the rest of the money was supposed to be going through the Gator Fund. That's
Right.
the Florida Gator
The
NIL
NIL
school
thing. Yeah.
fund.
Yeah.
So it was a man. It was a man. He was an alumni, and he was a part of an automotive collective. Um, and then he was signed on. He was on the quote unquote recruiting committee to basically, hey, you're going to get 5 million, which was the signing bonus through my company. We're going to pay you directly through my company, and then you're going to get the rest from the rest of the boosters with the Gator Fund. So when everything started breaking down, the guy who owned the automotive collective, he was trying to sell his business, and he told Jaden, "Hey, I'm about to sell. You about to get the 5 million from me. So then you have to go get it either all through the Gator Fund, or I'm going to give you the money directly." So Billy Napier, the guy, and basically Florida, they were all in like cahoots to say, "Yo, we ain't really about to pay him because we already kind of got something to where it's like we don't need a contract." But then Jaden was like, "No, we need a contract." So they were trying to convince him to do everything without the contract. But then Jaden was like, "No, I still need this contract." So that he tried. So they tried his litigation team tried to get a contract together. But then ultimately, the deal had broke apart because Billy Napier in Florida didn't want to sign the contract, and the guy has sold his business. So there was just this whole, hey, I had a guaranteed 9.5 from Miami, and y'all 13.85 made me flip. I can't go back and get this money from Miami because they none stop recruiting me. They don't
That's
want me.
that works. Yeah.
So then
And then they
now,
probably picked out some other players already and
right.
fill up
So
the rest
then
of it.
now he's scrambling, trying to go play football. So he ends up at Arizona State with no NIL money. So now he's suing Billy Napier, the guy with the company, and he's suing Florida for the 9.5 that he would have gotten from Miami because Miami legitly had the 9.5. So they already had things set up because they were already Miami was already paying players to come, and players were already receiving money. He would have been next in line, but he flipped his commitment.
Right.
So now he's saying, "Hey, I lost out on a guaranteed 9.5 because y'all lied to me." And then the terms of the deal, I was supposed to get my verbal, and with my verbal, where's my 500,000? I didn't even get that for the verbal.
See, that's where it get tricky at, right? Because a verbal commitment made was is something cool to do coming from high school or college. But once you involve money, you can't go to the courts and get no verbal money. That's not a real deal. Like that's something that you do. That's something that was cool when you were coming from high school going to college. But ain't nobody about the you didn't sign on no dotted line, so that verbal part he can go ahead and like kiss that goodbye. He don't got to worry about that. Now the funny thing is that he's suing them just for the amount he would have got from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
That makes the case interesting because why not just sue them for the entire amount that they promise you?
That's also a thought. I thought about that too, but then he was just like, well, basically, because like I remember it was so crazy because when it came out, when the story first came out, he was like basically the start of his senior season, he had committed to Miami. Like he was done. He was like, I'm done. I'm here. I'm at Miami. As the season went along, as the high school season went along, Florida just came out of nowhere like week 9 or week 10. It was like, yo, we'll give you the 13.8. What are you trying to do? Like he was already like solidified, had a contract drawn up with Miami, everything like that. That's why he was fighting to get a contract with Florida, but Florida was like, "Oh no, we don't need a contract. We'll give you the money. We'll give you the money." So then that's when he did the verbal. It was like, okay, when we do get this contract signed, I need that 5,000, that 500,000 for the verbal commitment, and then on national recruiting or national signing day, when I sign the actual on the dotted line, y'all will give me 5 million, and then I will collect the rest of the money throughout my years playing in Florida. That was the original. That was supposed to. That was the agreement.
That's so people, cause see, people keep saying they want to put the regulations on NIL, right? My thing is, you're trying to regulate something that, like, for example, you got a person like the NIL is just a like, from my understanding, it's like it's just a way for it's really just money that they're giving to the players, right? It's
But then it's
supposed to
like, where the money
represent.
coming? But that's where the money coming from. That's the thing.
Right, but that money is like pooled up from a bunch of different things. So how can you regulate? How can you regulate something that's like where the money is coming from a bunch of different places? Because like like for example, like you say, Buddy was going to sell his business. Florida can't tell him, "Hey, don't sell your business." You know what I'm saying?
No, well,
He is a
no,
public business.
no. The reason why he didn't give him the 5 million because he was selling. So the
No,
money.
that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is so all right. So like you're trying to pull up money. You can't regulate this outside man doing something outside with his own business because he probably just a booster for the school. At any point in time, he could pull his money out.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, like let's say the NCAA wants to regulate it. The NCAA can't make this man not sell his personal owned company because he owe a college student a certain amount of money. That's the thing I'm trying to like. When they say regulated, that's what I'm trying to like illuminate. That's what I'm trying to put together. How do you stop individual people from
Well,
doing their own businesses on the outside
I think
that's pooling the money?
from reading like the article from CBS Sports and like listening to it, I think what the NCAA wants to do, they want to get rid of the alumni. They want to get rid of the outside people and be like, hey, the University of Florida, or hey, the University of South Carolina, hey, the University of Tennessee. Okay, y'all boosters can give you the money. These y'all need to already have the money. And when y'all sign this contract, whatever kid comes in and signs a contract, that money needs to already be in an account under the school, so we can get rid of the outside noise. We need to go ahead and get the money together. If y'all can go ahead and get the money together and stop involving the outside people, so they won't be a part of like the initial signing process. Because like how Spencer Rattler had got a truck, I got that Chevy truck from the dealership in Columbia. That was like a separate sponsorship type of thing. So that's how they be like, okay, hey, y'all can have outside people, but they can't be a part of the recruiting process. Like it has to be strictly school only. That NIL money has to strictly come from the school. But anything outside will be dealt with later on with said players' representation.
I understand. I guess that sounds good on paper. I guess my thing would be what it sounds like is that benefits the school, which is why the schools are going to say that. Because let's just say we're talking about Miami, right? They had 9.5. If that 9.5 is in an account for the school and that player decommits and goes someplace else, that school ain't giving that $9.5 million back. They might give it to another player, or they might do what you think the school would do. They're going to take that money and divvy it up amongst themselves, do what they need to do for the school. So
Right.
so at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of these players are going to catch the short end of the stick because it's kind of like the reason why they can only regulate the NFL so much, right? Because these owners, that's their money. So you can only tell somebody so much what to do with their own money. I feel like once you put that money in the bank account of the school gonna do what they want to do. The school might say, you know what, we need a library. I don't care how good Tim Tebow was in his, you know what I'm saying? Like they might say we missing books, and a lot of these schools gonna be like, at the end of the day, right? And I mean, look, y'all let us know in the comments if it's anything we're missing, because I still don't fully understand NIL myself. But the school, once the school has that money, they because that means if once the player signed, they'll pay them. Okay, cool. The school has enough money to pay the players before they get the money from the boosters anyway. They got that money in their bank account right now from tuition, probably.
And that's the thing, because the school don't want to directly pay people.
Right.
So that's why they get the alumni and the boosters. So like you get these diehard wealthy people to be like, hey, so that's what the dude was doing. He went to Florida, graduated from Florida,
right,
had a successful car business, was like, hey, I'm gonna give you $5 million from my company.
Right.
And then so you're gonna get 500,000, then you will get 5 million, and then Florida will pay you the rest. So it's just like Florida don't want to pay all that money. So if you get if you getting like how you say, but Florida already got the money. The schools already got the money, but they don't really want to pay. That's why players been getting paid only 50,000, 75,000 under the table, you know, with the duffel bag full of money, because that'd be easy to give out. But now you committing millions of dollars. You don't want to give out millions just in case.
And then the millions don't stop them from entering the transfer portal. See, this was really gonna happen, right? This is the part they ain't thinking about, right, Cheese? You sign somebody. Imagine if an NFL team signed you to 50 million. Nah, let's just make it easy. 40 million over 4 years. That's 10 million a year, right? When you get traded, that it's a couple of things that team can do, but that's in your deal. That team can pay you out and then trade you. The other team might have to pick up your contract. These things exist. Mm-hmm. College gonna have to incorporate all that, because, like you said he was going to get the 5 million, the 500K, then the 5 million. Then he said he was going to get the rest over his time at Florida. What if he played at Florida for 1 year and transferred? I know DJ Alugalele.
Uyangalele.
Him, didn't he get an NIL deal at every school he been at so far?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The players don't got no reason to stay.
They don't.
You can make 2 million, then they transfer, make another 3 million over here, transfer, make another 5 million.
See, but then that's the thing, because it's all about what the NIL, what it says. Because Jordan Birch, was it Zach Pickens? No, it was Jordan Birch, all defensive end from Carolina. He went and transferred to Oregon. They said they was going to pay him $100,000 per sack for the season. The man only get 3 sacks.
Yeah, so that's that pro stuff. That's what these pro leagues do. Man, this is gonna get wild. Whatever kind of regulation they do, they gotta really think this through. And the players and the schools probably gonna have to sign. Like, if the NCAA do something, the schools will have to sign off on it. And the schools gotta be careful, because they might sign off on something, right? And that's gonna affect all the sports. All sports act differently. You know what I'm saying? You got an NIL in track, or you got somebody playing soccer or baseball. Their seasons and stuff work differently. Their transfer portal is different. So whatever that school sign off on, they gotta really think it through. Like, how is this gonna affect all the sports, all the kids? Because I've been just talking about this with somebody. You get this NIL deal, you making millions of dollars. Ain't no way you making 13 million. Now your GPA under 2.0. That school ain't finna tell you can't play. You might have study hall, right? They be like, you gotta miss study hall. Now you got a student that he might want to transfer, he can't transfer because his grades too bad or something. Because you know, now with the millions of dollars involved, the sports come first. Now I know people gonna say the sports have came first all the time, but that's what that's what it starts. But now, yeah, like it's like, yo, we giving you $3 million. You better figure it out. Right. We don't care about your tuition and all that at this point. You getting paid real money.
You're getting your athlete scholarship. And then if you're really smart, you're going to get your academic scholarship. So you already going to get some money back from FAFSA when you file. Now you getting money from your school and your boosters. So right. Like, yeah, you really have to figure something out. You'd be like, hey, we paying you 3.5 and you trying to transfer. But no, we got you in this contract. We're going to pay you 3.5 for over your 2 years. You got to stay a minimum 2 years at South Carolina to get this 3.5. And then, why transfer after the first year? Well, we only giving you $70K.
And then that's going to happen. But then this going to be the flip side, right? Because all these deals work the same. One side going to come off better than the other side. So let's just say they do that, right? Let's say the school's trying to watch their own back. This is what we going to do. We going to give you $3 million over 3 years. You transfer, we gonna pay you just $500K because that's in your contract. You transfer at the end of your first year, you don't get the rest of the money, right? Okay, boom. Think about the flip side. We gonna give you $3 million over 3 years. Year 2, you throw 15 interceptions in the season. We got a 5-star dude growing up in our backyard. We want to give him $10 million. What you think will happen to that player then? They're not gonna want to finish paying you that $1.5 million they owe you. You got a 5-star in the backyard. You got a 5-star in the backyard that his parents met at Georgia. So that's where he going, Georgia regardless. He right. Like, hey, I'm going to Georgia regardless. My parents met at Georgia. I going to play there.
Well, they're like,
right? You already got a person under.
They might put like you have to be a starter. You have to pay X amount of plays or X amount of the season as the starter to receive the money. So then all the coach got to be like, hey, pull him because buddy signing. Then when the next year come and he a sophomore, when he like a junior and then freshman, 5-star freshman, number one quarterback in the country come in, and yeah, but you lose the quarterback battle. Now you about to lose your money. You're about to be the starter.
But he'll probably transfer before that. Like buddy from Ohio State.
Oh yeah, because the writing will already be on the wall.
He like, oh yeah, I got it. But if they start like doing what NFL people do, like how Sean Payton tried to do to Russ, like, yeah, let's bench him the last couple of games of the season so he don't get the incentives and all that. That's gonna be a whole nother controversy, boy. That's
because it'll be like, all right, we paying you $3 million over 3 years, but then freshman year you can get the $1 million, but this is how you getting $1 million for because it's 12 games in the season. So then you will pay $100,000 per game that you play. So, but if you get hurt, you get your injury guarantee. So like if you only play 5 games, you get your $500K, but then you out for the rest of the season, we'll guarantee that you get the rest of that money. Man. But then you also got a clause to be like, hey, if you enter the transfer portal, we only pay you probably like $250, or we only pay you $150 or $100, and then that's it. That cuts off all terms and conditions. That's it. If you transfer out.
Man, somebody gonna have to. It might be us. We might have to call NCAA and be like, "Yo, we got something written out. This how we see it." Because it gonna have to be something. But then it's just gonna be once all that gets involved. Then it's gonna be set numbers. It's gonna start being set pay numbers based on position.
Right.
And then when that happens, watch another person sue and be like, it can't be a set number because this is NIL. This is name, image, and likeness. You can't tell me a quarterback is more likable than me or my team But
Right.
that's gonna start being a thing. That's gonna be
Right.
another conversation.
Because you'll be like quarterback set at 10 million, running back set at 4, then wide receiver set at 7. You'll be like, and you be like a running back. You be like, hold on, I was in the Heisman race. You mean to tell me I can only cap out at 4, but Buddy they capping out at 7? You crazy? I want to cap out at 10 because I'm better than most. I'm better than all quarterbacks.
And then this what I'm gonna leave you with about that too. And then the other part of that too is the part of like how the NCAA don't have much control over college football because the individual conferences have commissioners.
Right.
So the NCAA can't just say everybody do this. So let's just say the SEC and the Big Ten agree to some kind of pay like that because they all agree, okay, these players are going to transfer. If we tell this player the wrong thing, he going to transfer. So let's set these parameters to kind of keep our backs clean. Then the Pac-12, well, that's a bad thing. Pac-12 might be gone by. The ACC might come along and be like, hey, we don't got to listen to what they said.
Right.
Because when COVID came, we did our own thing. You could come over here and make 13 million for our like here. It'd be a whole another controversy.
Yeah, man. But hey, like I said in the beginning, and they are getting sticky. They getting sticky. So we just have to find and see. But y'all, man, we gonna wrap this episode up right here. Hey, this for LIB Media. Hey, but make sure y'all get in the comments. Again, the comments. If we missed something, if y'all want to add something, y'all can add it, and we can talk about it next episode. Might create a special episode for you guys. So like, comment, subscribe. Just make sure you just hit us in the comment section, and then we can figure something out for the future. But you got anything you want to add?
Nah, man, this has been LIB Media, Lightning in the Bottle Media, man. Y'all tune in, man, for all your sports media. Get it right here, man. get it right here fresh, man. We out.
All right, man. We out.